The frost that shimmers on the grass each morning as we make our way out to the bunny orchard is quietly telling us that it's time to prepare for the arrival of winter. For me, that means preparing with physical things like coveralls, gloves, socks, and hats. But I've learned that I also need to prepare myself mentally for the changes that come with winter. In January of 2021, I had been sitting in a pretty wild depression for several weeks and started feeling drawn to whimsical ideas about gathering around a cast iron wood-burning stove to snuggle and read classic books out loud while sipping herbal tea and hot chocolate. This could never have fit into the rigid routine we had back then. Winter meant doing all the things we usually do, but doing them while freezing or with a cold, or while also trying to squeeze in all the added holiday activities and wearing our fingers to the bone. One day it struck me that winter, by design, is a time to slow down and rest. Mother Nature herself takes a giant step back for the winter months. I once read about a study done on redwood trees, where they were injected with a chemical that kept them green through the winter. Redwood trees are known to live for hundreds of years, but the trees that were injected ultimately ended up dying after just 1 year, proving that winter rest is essential to their thriving. How dare we think that we can do it all the time? We were never meant for that. As I pondered, I was reminded that each season brings its own benefits, and it's up to us to lean in to experience the joy. I began to imagine a life where we made it a point to seek and enjoy the gifts from each season, including winter, and change the way we learn with the changing seasons. This sparked the idea of creating a seasonal schooling routine. I was really nervous to present the idea of seasonal schooling to Ethan, because to me it meant schooling through summer, and he had previously expressed his concerns about year-round schooling. But something had to change. I couldn't imagine a life where I continuously spent winter in this pit, barely even able to manage survival mode. To my surprise, he was absolutely for it. We agreed that it felt like a beautiful and natural way to thrive both in life and learning. Honestly, our first year of seasonal schooling didn't go super smoothly. It was really difficult for me to wrap my mind around allowing my family to have seasons of significant fast-paced growth balanced by slow and steady rest. Taking a step back that first winter felt impossible. There was so much to do and so much to learn, and I found myself stuck in the same hustle that had sent me into a downward spiral year after year. I'm so glad to be able to say that this year is going much more smoothly. Our winter school days are bringing so much peace and joy and, you might be surprised to hear, growth. Our brains are incredible. Your child's brain is incredible. The second we removed the pressure and the hustle, it opened them up to absorb all that has been right in front of them all along. I'm going to share what our winter school days look like, but I want to emphasize that your days shouldn't look just like ours. The whole point of all of this is for you to do what works well for your family and your children and your sanity. We get up early. We love a slow, unhurried morning with Ethan before he heads off to work. We enjoy breakfast as a family, very first thing, as the sun rises and peeks through the window, shining over our kitchen table. We are able to cover all of our state's required subjects almost every day in a beautiful and simple way. For winter language arts, we read independently, out loud, or listen to audiobooks. We write letters and Christmas cards to friends and family, as well as stories, poems, and songs about the season. For winter math, we bake. For winter science, We gather all of the flowers and veggies from our fall garden and collect the seeds to dry and save for next year. We also forage for what's left of the wild herbs on our property to dry and be made into poultices, teas, and tinctures. For winter social studies, we learn about how the season is celebrated around the world, make and deliver gifts to neighbors and friends, and daily scripture study also counts as history. We use an amazing foreign language program which makes it easy for us to study Spanish every day. We hand make our gifts to one another and gather around our little temporary electric fireplace to embroider and crochet. I'm even learning to spin yarn from our Angora fiber this year. If you're interested in our detailed hour-by-hour schedule, please contact me. I'm an open book and always happy to share. Our days truly feel so beautiful. That's not to say that we don't have any hard days or that I never feel overwhelmed and cry, but day to day, we have the space to breathe and take in the peace that the season was created to gift us.